Welcome, everybody, to the Lakers Outsiders podcast. We have a very special show for you today. This is an idea that we've done before. It was a while back, but it was only three of us, so we have an additional person this time. I'll introduce everybody real quick. As always, I'm your host, Gary Kester. Joining me today is, two of my usual knuckleheads, and then Dylan Heiser is also joining us today. Dylan, what's going on, man?
I'm kind of glad that I'm not a usual knucklehead, I guess. But life's not too great right now. I'm struggling watching Blaine Gabbert for the last 3 weeks, so I'm ready for Laker basketball.
Yeah. No, football season can end. That'd be fine by me. Also joining us is Grant Goldberg and Hani Ahmadi. And what's going on, guys?
Not much. Getting ready to draft their character first overall or third overall.
Oh, well, now I gotta change my draft plans.
Thought he would slip to the second round.
Trade back.
So, yeah, what we're doing today, we will be drafting an all-time Lakers starting five. Well, each of us will be. And it'll be a snake draft between the four of us. So we're drafting five players, and you don't necessarily have to draft by their actual position. You can kind of go small ball if you want. You can kind of mix up the lineups however you want to do it. We're also drafting a head coach with these five, and we're eliminating some of the interim head coaches like Bernie Bickerstaff, who went 4-1 with the Lakers. So yeah, draft an actual Lakers head coach, and we're also, to really make it fun, we're going to draft a celebrity fan that's basically a season ticket holder that you see on TV when the Lakers are at home. We've got a pretty long list to choose from there, so that's going to be fun. And we can draft in any order that we want. So Grant actually has the first pick. I have the second pick. Hani has the third pick, and Dylan has the fourth pick. And then he'll start the second round, and we'll go back the other way. So if Grant wanted to, he could draft, I don't know, Byron Scott with the first pick. Not the player, the coach.
Well, wait. You got to draw suspense. You can't just give him my plan from the start. I wanted to have double Byrons on my team.
And I know we're having some technical difficulties on the site where you can't view the video directly. I can't change that until after we're done recording. So you can view the video. I guess if you're viewing it now, you're probably on YouTube. But for future reference, in case we aren't able to fix it, you can just view this video on YouTube as we're live, but we'll be able to fix it afterwards where it plays on the site. So it'll also should be on iTunes hopefully in the next, I would say tomorrow. That's kind of up to Harrison and his schedule. So without further ado, we will get this started. I have a spreadsheet set up for this, and we'll be keeping tabs on who's been picked in the draft order and things like that. So we're going to go ahead and just kick this thing off. And Grant, you have the first pick, so you're on the clock.
All right. Well, I'm going to try not to get drafted right now. I will go with Kobe Bryant.
Bold choice.
I know, it's a bold move. You know, I have much deliberation.
I don't know. You might need to explain that pick, to be honest. I mean,
I'm just taking a chance on this kid. You know, I like his potential.
Seriously, who is this guy?
According to Twitter, you know, he's some guy who takes too many shots that, you know, nobody likes.
Nobody's ever wanted to be his teammate.
Yeah.
Right.
All right, so that puts me on the clock with the number 2 pick, and Grant pretty much made my pick for me by taking Kobe. I was going to take whoever was left between him and the other guy that's arguably the greatest Laker of all time. I'm going to take Magic Johnson, get my point guard, start. I'm going to bring back Showtime to the modern era. So Magic Johnson. That puts Hani on the clock at number 3.
Okay, so I basically have the easiest choice because out of the top 3 Lakers ever, I get to pick the one that's left. So I'm going to go with Kareem. And actually, wait, I meant Ivica Zubac.
I was like, you picked the wrong center. What are you doing?
No, I'll go with Kareem. He's arguably one of the I could argue that he's the greatest player of all time over Michael Jordan, but
You
I
really
won't
could.
because player rankings are dumb. But overall, yeah, I think Kareem is one of the best all-around players, definitely one of the best centers ever, and he's gonna get me buckets.
It's crazy kind of how overlooked some people or Kareem is by some people. When you look at his resume, I mean, it stacks up with just about everybody else's, that's considered a top 5 player in the NBA. And when you talk about the greatest player of all time, not a lot of people throw him in there. It's kind of crazy to me because, I mean, he's legitimately in that discussion for the greatest player to ever play basketball at college, in the college level and at the NBA level.
Yeah,
so
for sure.
It's pretty crazy. All right, Dylan, you are on the clock for the last pick of the first round.
All right, I'm gonna go with Shaquille O'Neal. I think is that. Yeah, I don't know. He seems like a good choice here. Yeah, he was arguably with the Lakers, not with the Celtics. He was arguably the greatest, the most dominant player in any time period. And he's really we're gonna feed the post. I think we're just gonna feed the post the whole time. We're gonna bring back that bully ball.
Kobe better.
That was the only reason I wanted to really draft Kobe.
Right.
Was because of that. All right, so that's one round in the book. I'm going to go ahead and tweet out the order so far. So just a quick recap, just in case you aren't good at maintaining focus, kind of like I am. Kobe goes number 1, Magic number 2, Kareem number 3, and Shaq number 4. So Dylan's going to be on the clock again with the number 5 overall pick, first pick of the second round.
All right. This one, I think, is going to surprise some people, but I'm going to go with Lamar Odom.
Wow.
Nice.
Yeah.
I was actually kind of thinking of him.
Yeah, I think that he would fit really well in today's NBA. He's like the prototypical stretch 4, and he can handle the ball, he can pass the ball, he can shoot, score. He can do it all. And I think he's probably going to run a lot of point for me. So
that's the kind of the interesting thing with this draft is Grant and I were talking about it, and the Lakers have so many great big men, obviously.
Yeah.
And the game is played just a completely different way, and it's kind of crazy.
I mean, I was tempted to take Dwight, but I don't know. I just thought Lamar might have been a better option.
You wanted to have the worst free throw shooting team in the history of basketball.
Well, it doesn't matter if we dunk you through the hoop.
That is true.
You thought Kobe and Dwight didn't get along. Shaq always freaking makes fun of them on NBA on TNT. That would be fun.
All right, so Hani is on the clock with pick number 6.
Oh boy. Actually, I don't think this is that tough for me. I'm gonna go with Pau Gasol, who some people may call me the Pau Gasol of Lakers outsiders.
But some people are me.
Yes.
Some people are in this podcast.
Many people are saying. So Pau, I think that he'd be a really good fit next to Kareem just because he's able to shoot a little bit and his passing would be able to get some of that high-low action, which I love between bigs. It'd be basically what the Lakers wanted with Pau and Dwight, except with a much better center.
Yeah. I'm very tempted to take a certain player just to piss off Anthony Irwin. But I'm going to pass on it for now. And I'm actually going to go with another great Laker big man at pick number 7. I'm going to go with Wilt Chamberlain. Wilt is pretty crazy, especially when you look at his numbers. I know he played in an era that was probably, obviously different than what it is now, but still played against a lot of good big men, and I mean he averaged 30 points and 23 rebounds for his career. So
that seems good.
Yeah, that's okay. Those are decent numbers, I guess. All right, that puts Grant up on the clock with pick number 8 to end the second round.
I'm gonna pick probably the best player available in Elgin Baylor. Just kind of solidify, my wing, and look to build my team from the middle of the lineup and up and down.
That was the guy I was kind of torn on between Wilt and Elgin Baylor there.
Yeah, I was gonna have either one of the two.
All right, so let me recap the first 2 rounds. So we got Grant's on the clock with pick number 9, but so far he has Kobe and Elgin Baylor. And then I have Magic and Wilt. Hani has Kareem and Powell, and Dylan has Shaq and Lamar Odom. Man, this just makes me miss the old days. It really does. So much time.
Yeah, I mean, you are the old man of this group, so you would know better.
I know. I need to get Jacob. I need to get Jacob back on the podcast.
Oh boy.
All right, Grant, you're on the clock. Pick number 9.
All right, and with this pick, I will go with the player, not the analyst.
The one that does defensive slides around the studio after wins.
Right. Yeah.
James still gets fired up.
No, I mean, I want my team to be able to get that Celtic ass. So it was kind of a clear choice.
Good man. Good man.
All right, so boy, now this is always tough because there's just so many options to choose from.
Yeah.
Man. All right, let me look at my draft pool real quick. I really want to
play the Jeopardy music.
Since I'm the host, I get like an unlimited clock, right?
Oh wow, is that how this works?
So I have.
How would you
accuse me?
How would you describe Gary Kester? What is washed?
All right, I've never had to boot somebody from a podcast, but it's the first time for everything.
He can't remember all those Lakers because his memory is fading because he's 70 years old.
Okay, I'm not Anthony Irwin now. Come on.
Yeah, he's 90.
I'm gonna pick Carlos Boozer, so get on with it.
Hold that.
Swaggy P.
Oh man.
Or wait, what is it? He wants to go by Uncle P now or something?
Yeah, he's getting old too, so apparently he's just Uncle P or something.
You can relate.
All right. Man, this is gonna be really awkward when it's just me and Hani finishing out this draft by ourselves.
It's all right. We'll put our own podcast up.
Oh, brother. All right, looking at this list.
Just pick Theo Ratliff and get on with it.
Devin Ebanks is waiting.
I mean, the catalyst is still there too, so this is tough.
Oh,
I thought you would slip, so please.
Okay, so I think I've got my pick. Just want to double check.
Dry bikes.
From here. How'd you know?
Vanderbilt.
How did you know?
Marshawn Brooks.
All right.
DJ Bango.
Congo Cash.
Adam
Baby. All right, so my pick is going to be Michael Cooper.
Nice.
Give me a 3-and-D guy out on the wing.
Yeah, I was hoping he'd fall to me at some point.
Yeah, Harrison stole him from me the first time we did this, so I had to make sure that you guys didn't get him from me.
He's a good fit guy, considering you get a bunch of stars when you draft Lakers. Michael Cooper just fits in with everybody.
That's why he was so good. I mean, with the Showtime era,
Yeah.
he was just like a perfect piece to that roster.
Yeah.
All right, that puts Hani up on the clock. Hani, you got 30 seconds.
Come on. I'm the second oldest guy. I should get at least 1 minute.
All right, you get a minute and 2 seconds.
Cool. I should get 3 minutes and 1 second in honor of the Warriors who blew a 3-1 lead.
Wait.
Okay.
Grant, hold on. Grant, who did you pick again? I forgot to write it in.
I picked James Worthy this round.
That's right.
Oh, man. So I need a little bit of shooting. I need a little bit of defense. Everybody's going to hate me. I'm going to pick Ron Artest.
Oh,
Ron. Give me that Wheaties.
Give them Wheaties.
You mean rap superstar Ron Artest?
Yeah. We are the champions.
Moment of silence for the champions. I thought you were going to go in another direction there. I'm not going to say who it was, but
I think I was between two people, maybe more. I could have chosen other guys, but
all right, Dylan, you're on the clock. So far, you've got Shaq and LO, Lakers outsiders, not Lamar.
Right. Yeah.
You drafted a bunch of bloggers.
This one might take me a second because I was actually going to take Ron Artest.
Hell yeah.
He's all thrilled that he stole somebody's pick.
And Michael Cooper's gone.
Cooper is gone.
Is Elgin Baylor gone?
Yeah.
He is? Oh, man.
Grant got him, right?
Yep.
Grant did get him, yes.
All right. I'm going to
If
go
you
with...
want, I can bring the spreadsheet up so you can look at it.
Nope, it's cool. I got it. I'm going to go with... I need a 3-and-D guy, too. I'm going to go with Trevor Ariza.
Okay. That's what I thought Honey was going to go with.
I think that he was super underrated with his time with the Lakers. Like,
he was one of my
he was
favorites.
really good in, like, a lot of facets of the game that went unnoticed.
Yeah, he was one of my favorite, like, Laker role players. Like, he was so good. I mean, he was just a perfect fit.
And hopefully I get him in a contract year so he's, like, even better.
Just give him a bunch of one-year deals.
I don't know how the NBA GMs haven't thought of that yet.
All right, so we can update you guys with the draft order. This real quick. It's actually moving along a lot quicker than I thought it would.
Clearly, we know what we're doing.
Yeah, totally.
Total professionals.
I think we should all just take Mitch's job over.
We know what it means to be podcasters.
Yes.
All right, so Dylan's on
that podcast blood.
Oh, I'm on the clock again. Oh my
Dylan's on the clock again. So far, Grant has Kobe, Elgin Baylor, and James Worthy. I have Magic, Wilt, and Michael Cooper. Hani has Kareem, Powell, and Ron Artest. Dylan has Shaq, Lamar Odom, and Trevor Ariza.
All right. Goodness. I don't. All right. I'm gonna go ahead and grab my point guard, and I'm gonna go with D'Angelo Russell.
Oh wow!
Dear God.
Because
he went to Ohio State.
That and he's the GOAT right now. So since Kobe retired.
Austin wants to know, Dylan, how drunk you are right now. Just
this is water. This is water.
I'm just surprised. I'm honestly surprised that Austin didn't send that tweet like 2 hours from now.
Yeah.
All right.
Well, he's still probably
Austin
finding out who Trevor
all-time
Ariza
Clippers
is.
draft is better.
Closet Clipper fan.
He just took Elton Brand in his draft.
All right, so that puts Hani
Davis.
on the clock.
Okay. So I need either a point guard or a little more shooting.
Nobody's picking a celebrity yet? Come on.
I'll wait. There's so many good ones. I'm going to do a combo deal and take Matt Barnes and Derek Fisher together.
Can't
I'll
take
allow
one
it.
without the other.
that is not allowed.
Oh, dang it. Should I do?
I mean, that would kill team chemistry, honey.
It's okay. Pal fixes everything.
At all, yeah. Imagine that with Ron Artest.
Okay, I'm gonna not listen to Anthony and his slander about one of the greatest Lakers of all time and take the steal of the draft, I think, Jerry West.
The logo. Boy, Anthony's probably going to block you on Twitter now.
Honestly, it would save me from some bad jokes. So
I was going to say, I was going to say that's not necessarily a bad thing.
It wouldn't be all bad
Ronnie
now.
Bryce better.
Oh man,
I think Jerry West is a pretty underrated shooter just because they didn't have three-point shooting back then, but he was like really good for a guard who only dribbled with one hand. So
I mean,
man.
Anthony
So
Brown
he's
can
just out there
dribble
doing
too,
something.
so
Well, you have Meta World Peace and Jerry West on your team. I don't think dribbling is going to be your strong suit. So
you just
Yeah,
have power
true.
bring it up every time.
yeah, just try
Yeah.
to have up.
No problems.
all right. So I'm on the clock with pick number 15. Oh man, so I've got a point guard, a center, and a small forward. All right, so I'm gonna go with. I always call him like the original stretch four, but I'm gonna go with Big Shot Bob. I'm gonna go with Robert Horry.
Nice. That's a good pick.
It's funny when you watch like the Lakers, the three-peat era, and you just kind of notice the lineups that they did, and they played. I mean, not really small ball because they had Shaq and Horry out there, but they had four guys out there that could shoot threes with Shaq.
Yeah.
So it was kind of like that Stan Van Gundy type of mold. So
Yeah, like that's what really like when the Magic when Dwight was actually good. I think that's kind of what they definitely like try to do that same thing. That's probably why Shaq, kind of hates Dwight Howard. He's like, you didn't put up as good as numbers as I did, so.
yeah, probably. All right, Grant, you're on the clock to end this round.
All right, so I think I'm going to go with what I think is the steal of the draft with George Mikan as my center.
That's a good one. I almost thought you were saying Jordan Farmer there.
Oh, I'm not
What?
Sheen, all right?
Sheen was in this draft. Yeah, like he would
Take him every spot.
It's like I'm gonna take. He wanted to draft probably the different stints that Farmar had.
Right.
The
I think-
30-point game against the Clippers, that Jordan Farmer.
Yeah,
I think Jordan Farmer's ears deserve their own spot.
I want the Farmar that dunked on Kevin Garnett in Game 6 of the 2010 Finals.
Yeah.
Because anything's possible.
How is Shannon Brown
Yeah, I
still
was gonna say, what
available?
about Shannon Brown? Shannon
Yeah.
Brown on that chase down block, like he's probably the greatest Laker of all time.
That almost dunk over Jason Richardson. Oh boy.
I feel like Shannon Brown had better almost dunks than actual dunks.
Yeah, that's probably pretty accurate. That block too, that was technically an almost block because it got called a foul. Even though it wasn't. Stupid. Whoever the ref was.
Just blame all refs.
It was
It's probably
rigged.
it was the refs
It's probably
that
Joey Crawford.
I can't hold it in. I've seen it live now. The NBA is rigged.
All right, so let me read off the draft order. So far, Grant's on the clock, but Grant has Kobe, Elgin Baylor, James Worthy, and George Mikan. I have Magic, Wilt, Michael Cooper, and Robert Horry. Hani has Kareem, Powell, Ron Artest, a.k.a. Meta World Peace, and Jerry West. And Dylan has Shaq, Lamar Odom, Trevor Ariza, and D'Angelo Russell.
Wait, I have a quick question.
I may or may not
does
have an
having-
answer.
does having Jerry West on my team, does that mean that I also get him as a general manager?
No, because you're the general manager.
Unless
you're
gonna
fire
swap myself. Yeah, I'll play shooting guard and he can be the GM.
I'm announcing my release immediately.
Resigning. I was gonna say just put yourself in at point guard. And,
Yeah, man.
Can you dribble with both hands?
Arguably. I can't. I can dribble with both hands. I can't promise that I can dribble well with both hands.
Oh man! All right, Grant, you're up on the clock. First pick of. We only got 2 rounds left, actually.
All right. So I do
No,
not
we
have
have 3 rounds. My bad. Because we still have the coach and the fan, which can be drafted at any time. Just a reminder.
I do not have a point guard yet, so I'm going to go with Nick Van Exel.
Nice.
It's a good pick.
I'm going to put fans in the seats and deliver an exciting on-court product for those fans in attendance.
Quick.
I'm all about the money.
Good man. Good man.
Oh man, I'm so tempted right here. This is.
Do it. Shoot your shot.
Yeah, man.
Let's see. So I've got a point guard, small forward, power forward, and a center. So I need a shooting guard.
Sounds like Sasha Vujacic to me, aka Harrison Fagan.
I think you'll get a vote just from that. He's gone silent.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh man, who's focusing?
Okay. I'm gonna do it. This is not my head coach pick, but I'm gonna pick Byron Scott, the player. I'm picking Byron Scott, the player, as
boy.
as my shooting guard. Now my head coach.
He does not like Dylan's team.
Yeah, I was gonna say this altercation waiting to happen.
So you have Byron Scott, not the head coach, and you have Magic Johnson, not the Twitter personality.
Magic West is one of my favorite players of all time.
Not the Twitter personality. Hey, Michael Cooper could kind of be my head coach. He coached the Sparks, so I mean, like that's a 2-1. Michael Cooper, player coach.
You basically have 3 player coaches. You got Magic, Cooper, and Byron.
I'm gonna take Will Ferrell with my next pick and have a player, a coach, and a celebrity fan. So.
Oh man! All right, honey, you're on the clock with pick number 19 in this draft.
Shout out to Derek Fisher. Let's do it. Give them long twos with this
Coach Derek
line.
Fisher. No.
Coach Derek.
Hey man, he made Porzingis for half the season.
I'm picking Spectrum Sports Analyst Derek Fisher.
TNT analyst with that bright red suit, Derek Fisher.
Peak Derek
With the
Fisher.
corsage.
When you got Prom at 7 and you got NBA on TNT at 7:30.
And date night with
Matt Barnes.
Oh brother! All right, so Dylan, you're on the clock with pick number 20.
All right, I'm gonna go ahead and fill out my starting 5 and take Eddie Jones.
Good pick.
nice.
Very nice.
I wish he would have stayed with the Lakers more, but it was probably for the best with Kobe coming up. But he's a really fun player to watch, and I think the Lakers, if he would have stayed there, he would have been even more well known than he was.
Yeah, no, he was really, really fun to watch. Really, really enjoy. Like, there's videos like if anybody's interested that's watching this, I mean, just YouTube Eddie Jones. Like that dude was so much fun to watch. So much fun.
Mm-hmm.
Dude would dunk on anybody.
and he's also in an Aaron Carter song. He got name dropped in an Aaron Carter song. So
I didn't know we had Ryan Kellip here on this on this podcast. Did he just
Aaron Carter fans?
I was say, did he just DM you and was like, "Hey, mention this"?
Yo, drop an Aaron Carter reference real quick.
It's like the bat signal went up for Ryan.
I bet you he just tuned into this podcast right now.
just says Aaron's party.
His ears perk up like a dog.
All right.
My Aaron Carter since this.
All right, so I'm going to tweet out the draft order, and I'll read it out to you guys. Well, I think we've all drafted our players, so now it's just head coaches, which is kind of interesting. The first time we did this, there was a lot of we drafted our coaches kind of early. So
Yeah, Phil won pretty early, I remember.
all right, so
It's a players' league, man. Times have changed in that 1 year.
don't tell me it's a players' league after I watched Byron Scott the last 2 years.
But that's why he didn't succeed. He played it as a coaches' league. And or a dog, whatever I was going to say, dog fight or fist fight league.
In that TMZ interview, he seemed pretty content with not coaching for a while, which was
Yeah.
I guess promising for the NBA. But
Speaking of which, I'd like to draft Byron Scott's hat from that video. That was a pretty cool beret, dude.
All right. Okay, so I'll read off the lineups that we have so far, since we all have our 5 players. Grant has Kobe, Elgin Baylor, James Worthy, George Mikan, and Nick Van Exel. I have Magic, Wilt, Cooper, Robert Ory, and Byron Scott, the player, not the coach. I cannot state that enough. Hani has Kareem, Powell, Ron Artest, Jerry West, and Derek Fisher. Dylan has Shaq, Lamar Odom, Trevor Ariza, D'Angelo Russell, and Eddie Jones. And Dylan is back on the clock with pick number 21, where he's going to go with a head coach or a fan.
this is tough.
Fan.
Just pick Lakers sign guy as your head coach and your fan.
If I picked a fan, it would probably be the deal with it, bros.
Oh, those are good too.
The Laker fan guy wouldn't be a good coach because when he wanted to call out a play, he would just hold up a sign that said the play. He'd hold up his coach's clipboard.
Yeah, I think I'm going to take a head coach, though. I'm going to go with Phil Jackson, the head coach, not the GM.
Do you want the player, Phil Jackson?
No, I'll pass.
It's got a bad back, dude.
Yeah, I don't know how he's going to stand up with an 82-game season. So, I mean, he had a special chair on the sideline. So, but yeah, I mean, he's arguably the greatest coach of all time.
There's no arguably about it. He is.
Kobe better.
Byron better.
Well, yeah, and he seems to know how to deal with egos pretty well. So having Shaq on my team, I might need that. And D'Angelo Russell, he's out of control sometimes. So it's a good thing that Phil's there now.
But is Phil going to force the triangle? That's what I want to know. Or are you going to step in as the GM and be like,
I'm gonna go ahead and let him know that we can't run the triangle, or Jeannie can't come to any of the games. So.
Oh man.
It's an ultimatum.
So since you have Phil, you also need to draft a peyote dealer.
I mean,
I'm sorry. It's called incense.
I almost drafted Luke Walton just so I could have both of them on the same sideline.
Reunited.
Oh, man. All right. So, Hani, you're on the clock.
I am, huh? I guess this is pretty easy. I'll go with Pat Riley.
Oh,
Give me the Godfather.
You can't take Pat Riley from me when I have Magic. Come on now.
Too bad. And I don't have Chris Bosh on my team, so I guess it's all good.
Or Dwayne Wade.
Or Dwayne Wade. Or LeBron James. Or Mario Chalmers.
I mean, that last one was just a huge blow to the team,
Yeah.
All right. So, I mean, I guess. All right, I'm gonna be the first one to take the celebrity since I'm like torn between 2 head coaches.
Byron Scott, the head coach, and
Byron Scott, the celebrity.
Yeah, he's gonna be at the games. He's gonna be that guy.
Personality.
He's gonna be that
He's gonna be
guy
shouting,
sitting courtside booing D'Angelo every time he touches the ball.
"Man up!"
Oh man. Okay, so I'm gonna take the first celebrity, and I'm not gonna take Lakers sign guy. I'm gonna take
Whoa.
the OG. I'm gonna take Jack Nicholson.
All right, safe pick.
That's honestly the skill of the draft.
I mean, Jack is as vital to the Lakers as any player. So yeah, I would agree.
Yeah. Is it any wonder they lost almost every game last year? He was at the Warriors game, right? The one that they won. I think he was there.
He was at Kobe's last game. I know
He was
that.
at Kobe's last game. That's good.
And when they show him on TV, they just put Jack. So
Yeah.
Yeah, like it's a first name basis.
Yeah, I almost forgot his last name.
I thought it was
don't even know
Bauer.
Dimeson?
All right.
Anyways,
You're on the clock with pick number 24 to finish up round number 6.
Kobe better.
I'll take head coach with Bill Sharman.
All right.
Soft like Sharman.
Yeah, that's what I was torn between with my two head coaches. So
Yeah, and
well, he's got Kobe on the team. So
well, I mean, with the Kobe on your team, everything's like in play. Like anything's possible. You could win 86 games in a row, or you can win 17 games. So who knows?
True.
But if we're starting the next round for the fan, I'll pick a Flea from the Red Hot Chili Peppers.
ooh, interesting.
Nice.
I
Did you
wish-
change into that T-shirt just for the podcast?
No, but it came to me mid-podcast. And it's
Alright.
an opportunity way too good to pass up.
I wish that Flea,
I'll allow it.
Luke Walton, and Phil Jackson all got drafted to the same team.
Oh, well, you ruined that, Dylan. So
So are you getting the Flea that played the national anthem at Kobe's last game, or
I'm getting peak Flea, whatever that may be in your opinion.
like a flea market? I guess would be. Never mind.
I don't think that's something you
All
ever
right.
want. Peak Flea.
Okay, so that means I'm on the clock. All right, so I have to choose a head coach. I won't do Michael Cooper as my player coach. All right, so I'm gonna take a Hall of Famer, the first coach in Lakers history. I'm gonna take John Cunwa.
Wow. Way to show your age, dude.
I was old enough to watch him do his thing.
I was gonna ask if it was Jesus.
Actually, can I change my pick?
You can't take Jesus. He never coaches Lakers.
You don't know that.
Some would say Bernie Bickerstaff.
I mean, he's coaching the Lakers right now, so I don't know what you're talking about.
Jesse Memories.
All right, so Honey, you're up. You both have to choose a fan. Last two picks.
Yeah. Yeah, so I get two choices. I might even let you guys decide for me. One of them is Jonah Hill in that picture that Dylan has for his profile of the one thing, where he has that like a picture of him looking all dazed out next to the bench. And then the second one is what's his name? Chris Rock yelling at Kobe on the sideline, and Kobe just ignored him. Then
Just
one of those.
just stonewalls him.
One of those. So I'll let you guys decide.
That's up to you, man.
I mean,
I would say Chris Rock.
You want to say Chris Rock? Yeah, I guess the Chris Rock one is funnier. Yeah, we'll do Chris Rock. But specifically that Chris Rock. Whatever. But since I don't have Kobe, it'll be against like Powell.
oh,
No one can yell at Powell.
I was gonna say I don't know if Pau can handle that.
No, Pal would just like make peace with it. Like
he would
they
pat
become-
him on the
Pat
head.
him on the head.
Yeah.
they become best friends.
Shout out to former Laker Chris Paul.
I'm surprised he didn't get drafted. I don't know. Weird.
He did so
You
much.
only
for the
get 8
franchise.
hours of Chris Paul.
Hey, if it's just one game,
You get Chris Paul watching TV at home in the off season.
I mean, if you have Chris Paul on your team, you can't make it past the second round. So
Oh man, things got dark.
sorry, any Clippers fans. Sorry, Austin.
Sorry, Austin.
Sorry, Austin.
sorry.
All right, Dylan, you have the last pick of the draft, Mr. Irrelevant, so to speak.
True.
So many celebrities.
Hani kind of gave me a tough choice. Like, I wasn't even thinking about the Jonah Hill, but now I'm kind of
It's one of the greatest pictures of all time.
I'm kind of on the border. You know, I'm gonna go with Will Ferrell, just because he's so unpredictable, and because that Photoshop of Harrison is probably one of my favorite things on Twitter.
That's Grant's finest work.
All right, so I'm going to run through this draft order again. Actually, I'm going to bring it up on my screen after I tweet it out.
Well, then I forgot to mention one thing when I was making my coach pick. I had like a notepad open with names and stuff, and under head coaches, I accidentally listed Andrew Bynum. So you guys are lucky I didn't pick him.
He'd be sitting on the sidelines with a 40 and like an afro and like half of his head braided.
It'd be a team building activity to get their hair bleached together.
Go bowling together.
Drink a Miller Lite at a Cavs game.
Everybody has to park in a handicap spot.
I have a list of undrafted free agent celebrities.
Oh, go for it.
So I have Leonardo DiCaprio, David Beckham,
Nice.
Adam Sandler, James Goldstein, and George Lopez.
Not bad.
And he comes in a package
Denzel.
deal with Arsenio Hall. And then Denzel. He was kind of my sleeper guy if Flea and Jack weren't available.
Who else is there? That we might have missed Rihanna every once in a
We
while.
missed Lakers sign guy. What are you talking about?
Yeah, Lakers sign guys, yeah. Laker
Missed
Bros.
the
The
Laker
two,
Bros.
the two Italian guys that quit their jobs to follow Kobe's farewell tour last year.
You have the fan that had a customized LeBron jersey.
Oh, yeah.
Adam Levine
Yeah, with the Marcus
with the
Aldridge jersey.
yeah, in an alternate universe.
All right, so I'm going to bring up the
John Cena.
link.
We wouldn't be able to see him, though.
That's half the spectacle.
There
All
might
right.
be one open seat.
So can you guys see my screen?
Yes,
Yeah.
we can.
All right, so this is the final draft order. As you can see, I'm going to just go ahead and highlight the winning team here.
No,
Just
yeah.
right in there, right in this.
Did that say Brian Scott, the coach, not the player?
Well, I didn't know you couldn't read. This is awkward.
Well, no,
You can't spell, Drew.
This is really awkward that we have Hani write for the site when he doesn't know how to read.
It's awkward that I'm the best writer and I can't read.
you learned that. I thought you learned how to read in engineering.
Contrary to popular belief, I don't know how to read or write because of engineering.
It's actually incredible how he can write for this site.
All right, so I'm going to get
Spell.
the draft order off the screen here. Exit the
Way off
little
the
text there. All right, so yeah, for those people that followed along on the site, on the post that this video is going to be posted on, there is a poll that you can vote for whoever you want to win. That'll be interesting. I did make it to where it's only one vote per IP address, so Dylan, you can't cheat this time.
I don't even know what you're talking about. I just came here to have a good time, and honestly, I'm so attacked.
Happy to be here.
Oh man, but no, this was fun. We got something else planned for the site that's going to be pretty fun. It doesn't necessarily have to do with the actual Lakers roster right now. So we're still working on that, but that's going to be a lot of fun here coming up here, hopefully in the next few days or so. Still working on that. So thanks for everybody that tuned in. Yeah, just like I said, make sure you go vote. We want to know kind of who did the best. It's always kind of tough to tell because the Lakers have so many great players and coaches and fans, and so it's tough to tell. I think we should all receive an L though, or like all get a crying Jordan for not drafting Lakers sign guy.
Yeah, and then
I feel like Lakers sign guy would go to every game for all of our teams, so it's still we just have to share them.
And nobody took the catalyst either, so I don't know how good our teams are really going to be.
Right.
Yeah,
and
I mean,
we can't
Yeah.
see the team's true potential because we weren't allowed to draft Harambe.
If
Bless up.
we had a
Oh,
6-man spot, maybe.
yeah, I'd have to bump Magic down to 6-man and start Harambe at point guard. Oh man, no, this was fun. We'll have to do this again at some point later on.
Next
Obviously,
year.
we'll give it a rest. And when D'Angelo ascends into the greatest Laker of all time this season,
I was going to say, yeah.
it's gonna make Dylan's team look a lot better. So, and one of us will
And
actually
nobody's-
draft Luke Walton.
And one of us will draft Brandon Ingram.
I almost, if I didn't have the first pick of the coaches, I was thinking about Luke, and there's so much uncertainty there, I guess.
Yeah, I almost went with him, but then I was like, play the safe with the Hall of Famer. So, although Luke's a future Hall of Famer as a player and a coach, so
Yeah.
it's cool. All right, so that's going to do it for us. Again, thank you everybody for tuning in. The comments kind of along the way, we got a few of them were making me chuckle a little bit. Appreciate the feedback. Like I said, you can still go vote, and we'll kind of see who has the best squad. This was a lot of fun. I want to thank you three for coming on. I know it's Friday, but it's still kind of late and stuff. So, yeah, so we're going to try and, like I said, we've got kind of a surprise plan, something that's really fun, hopefully coming out soon. And then Lakers preseason is just a few days away. The first game is on Tuesday night. So we're playing against the Sacramento Kings. And no, it's going to be fun to see how the team does. So thanks guys
Shout out to Robert Horry.
Kings fans really hate me for drafting him. I bet I'm going to get so many hate tweets. But all right, that's going to do it for us. Thanks, guys, for joining in. Thanks to everybody that followed along, and we'll see you guys next time.
Thanks.
I mean, I guess. All right, I'm gonna be the first one to take the celebrity since I'm torn between two head coaches.
Byron Scott, the head coach, and
Byron Scott, the celebrity.
Yeah, he's gonna be at the games. He's gonna be that guy.
Personality.
He's gonna be that guy
Shouting,
sitting courtside booing D'Angelo every time he touches the ball.
man up.
Oh man. Okay. So I'm gonna take the first celebrity, and I'm not gonna take Lakers sign guy. I'm gonna take
Whoa.
the OG. I'm gonna take Jack Nicholson.
All right. Safe pick.
That's honestly the steal of the draft.
I mean, Jack is as vital to the Lakers as any player. So yeah, I'd agree.
Yeah. Is it any wonder they lost almost every game last year? He was at the Warriors game, right? The one that they won. I think he was there.
He was
Yeah.
at Kobe's last game. I know
He's at
that.
Kobe's last game. That's good.
And when
He
they
was
show him on
happy.
TV, they just put Jack.